Do you still write imperative code when working with collections that looks like it was written before Java 8? Then let me show you a better way. My name is Oscar and I'm a passionate Java developer, and on YouTube I teach you Java and Spring Boot. Today I'll introduce you to the amazing feature we got in Java 8, which are the Streams API. And they will help you transform your old imperative Java code to more readable and easier to reason and work with code. Our task today is to perform some operations on this orders list. Order is just a simple Java class with three fields: string customer, double amount, and boolean completed, and of course constructor and getters and setters for all of these fields. Okay, our task is to filter only completed orders, so only when boolean is true, the completed. Group by customers. So we want to group all of these orders by customers and then sum the total amount spent by each of these customers. So we want to have, for example, some map where we have customer, and this customer has value of this total amount, and then we want to sort this customers. So going from the highest spender to the lowest spender, and then we want to get top two spenders from these customers. And I'm gonna show you the old way to implement this functionality, but I would like to copy this code to save some time. So I'm just gonna copy this, okay? And first thing we are doing is, of course, creating a map of the total spends by each customer. So string and double representing a string represents the customer and double represents the total spend. And first we iterate over every order. We check if order is completed. So we do the first task, filter out the non-completed orders. Okay, and then we see if this order is this total is already in the map, and if not, we just put a new entry with the key as the customer name and value as the amount. And if it already exists, we just increment the amount value by the amount from the order. So we get first three tasks done in this one loop. Okay, but then we want to sort these entries in this map. So we just create a new list with sorted entries, and then we use the provided by this collection function to sort this, and we just put double compare as the input. Okay, so we got the fourth task done. Of course, it's descending because we compare the second value, then the first, and then we want to get our top two, the most spending customers. So we just iterate again and get the first two, because we just break when the counter goes above 2. And if we run this program, we see that our top spenders are Alice and Bob, and Charlie is not, will be third. Okay, so as we can see, if we spend some time on this code, we can understand what is happening here, but you see there is a lot of boilerplate. It's very verbose, and we can do it much simpler using streams. Okay, so what are streams? Stream is a pipeline-based view of data that lets you transform and aggregate collections of elements using functional style operations. But how does it work? First, we create our stream bar by calling one of these methods. So we can, for example, on collection, use stream. We can create it using the static method streamof, or arrays stream and convert array to streams. There are much more ways to do it, but these three are the most popular. And after that, we add intermediate operations to our stream. And here we can, for example, filter out elements, map every element to something, sort elements, filter out the duplicates, and limit our collection to some number of elements. But what is the most important thing about it is that none of these operations will run before we run the terminal operation. And terminal operation could be, for example, toList that will convert this string to immutable list. We can, for example, call count that will return the number of elements. And only then we will get the result and some like operations done on this stream. What is also important to remember is that after we run one of these terminal operations, of course there are more than the ones listed here, and we try to do some operation on this stream again, we'll get illegal state exception. So streams are one-time use. Okay, how to now use all of this knowledge to transform our old code. So I'm gonna start with, first of all, creating our variable. So I'm gonna use the modern feature var, so to infer type of our variable, so we don't have to like do it manually. I'm gonna call it top customers, okay, and I'm gonna use orders and create stream, okay, and first we're gonna filter out the non-completed orders. I'm gonna go order is completed, okay. What is the problem here? Orders we have is completed here, is completed. But why there is cannot resolve? Yeah, sorry. Now it's working, okay. And this is our first task we are doing. Now let's collect all of these orders, but do something like this. So collectors, collectors, and grouping by get customer, and the second value will be collectors. Not to map, but we'll use summing double, okay, and order get amount. Okay, now we'll convert this to entry set, and again create stream, okay, and sort it by map entry, okay, and comparing var value comparator reverse order. So this is how we do the first 4 tasks using streams. As you can see, it's much easier than it was before. And how to now do the fifth task? We just call limit to on this. And after that, we need to convert this to the string list. So I'm gonna go map entry get key. So we get our customer name, and then just convert it to list, and we get our full job done. As you can see, we reduced all of this code, all of this boilerplate, to just, you can say, one liner, because it could go in one line, but of course it would be it wouldn't look so good if we done that. I'm gonna correct this, okay, and I will delete all of that and run our application again. As you can see, it's much more concise and easier to reason with than all of this imperative code. And of course, we get Alice and Bob again. Okay, so if you want to learn more about Java and Spring Boot, check out the Spring Boot Academy, top link in the description. Here is the next video, YouTube things you should watch, and till the next time, create some amazing applications.